Logan Paul and Miz versus the Mysterios in a tag team match. Edge versus AJ Styles, show stealer. Kevin Owens doing a KO show with Stone Cold. Naomi and Sasha versus Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley versus Carmella and Queen Zelina for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville versus Johnny Knoxville. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor for the U.S. title. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Street Profits versus RK Bro for the Raw Tag Team titles. Imagine Alpha Academy being thrown in there and Natalya and Shayna Baszler being thrown into the Women's Tag Team titles match. The Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I apologize to headphones listeners, but you should know that's coming by now. And McIntyre and Corbin just having a match. I imagine we'll get Ricochet for the IC title somewhere versus someone on that card. I hope it's a ladder match for what they're doing. I really do. Now, again, Honor Razor Ramon, that'd be awesome. I imagine we'll get the Battle Royals thrown in, Andre Giant Battle Royal, and the Women's Battle Royal. They're already talking, saying that's on the card, that's put in. And Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. I really hope that match happens. If not, throw him in the Intercontinental Championship match. Make it a ladder match. It'll just have that one. It'll just be in that one. He doesn't have to win it. Just let him show up. That's why I could see them doing with Seth Rollins if Cody Rhodes doesn't show up. But God, I want that match to happen so bad. I want Cody Rhodes to be in WWE and to have one great match with Seth Rollins. He can leave after that. He could leave. But just have one great match with Seth Rollins, because you know if these two guys get in the ring together, it'd be a great match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your WWE Drink of the Week. I chose a Cuba Libre in honor of Scott Hall. Very easy, because Scott Hall's Cuban Razor Ramon. Very easy drink to make. 2 ounces white rum in a glass with ice. Top that off with cola. 1/3 of an ounce of lime juice. Just squeeze right in. And then garnish with a lime wedge. And that's it. Make sure to drink responsibly. And make sure, do not drink and drive. Do not drink if you are under 21. If you have a problem, please seek help, such as AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And now we're reading from the Book of Rules. Clothing stipulation matches. All clothing stipulation matches require superstars to wear or not wear a garment until they reach the locker room, such as the tuxedo match, the weasel suit match, evening gown match, the crybaby match. There's going to be no Battle Droid of the Week this week. There's just going to be honor. Scott Hall, you ask everyone. He has demons, and there's no question he wasn't perfect. But even Kevin Nash quoted Scott Hall when he said, the only perfect guy to ever walk this earth was nailed to the cross. Scott Hall got clean because of DDP. And DDP always was very happy about that. Now, Scott Hall has demons, and he lived long enough to face them. That was Jake the Snake Roberts' line. I'm glad I was able to live long enough to face my demons. Without Scott Hall, there's no NWO. There's no there's no ladder matches. There's no amazing... There's no Click, which means there's no Shawn Michaels. There's no Triple H. There's no 1, 2, 3 Kid. There's no rebirth of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan doesn't have an amazing run in WCW, in my opinion, if Scott Hall's not there with Kevin Nash. Because, let's face it, Scott Hall talked to Kevin Nash and got him into going to WCW. Kevin Nash has said that multiple times. And so there's no NWO. There's no Kevin Nash deciding to go help run TNA. Without Scott Hall, wrestling as we know it doesn't exist, in my opinion. There is no DX. There's no Triple H, no Shawn Michaels, no NWO. Two of the greatest factions to ever exist. There's no evolution because there's no Triple H to lead it. Ric Flair doesn't get a rebounds with the Four Horsemen to fight the NWO. Now, again, some shit. He wasn't perfect. I mean, he had his demons. He was an alcoholic. He had a lot of demons with drugs and alcohol. And he got clean. Again, because of DDP. Without that, there's no rebirth of Jake the Snake, and we probably lose Jake the Snake, unfortunately, for a long time. There is so much you could credit Scott Hall to. Scott Hall is one of the best to ever do it. He's one of the greatest champions ever. And he's someone who I look to as a great guy. I met him once in Tampa. Just happened to be getting on an elevator and he was there. Talked to him for a few minutes and he was just happy to be a fan. He was just happy to be there. And talked to him for a few minutes and that was it. But I'll always say it was a great guy and was a nice guy. Shook my hand. Talked to me very well. And you could see the influence he had backstage. I mean, the outpour of fans and wrestlers coming out saying Scott Hall it sucks to see him go because he was such a nice guy. Only at 63. Only the good die young. Bad times go. Bad guys live forever. And Scott Hall will live forever as long as we remember him. And he will never be forgotten. Everything he's done for this industry will be remembered. So Scott Hall, this one's for you. Let's get one more for the good guys. And one last. Hey, yo. Thank you very much for listening. Say a prayer for Scott and his family. Enjoy wrestling this week.